Good morning. How y'all doing? Caleb here. Sunday morning as normal. We're gonna have a little shave. I've got 1 3/4 days worth of whiskers. So as you can see, my pre-shave was a hot rag, which basically just take a rag, fold it over, saturate it quite well with good hot water. Just rub it down, and then hot water. All right, my soap and brush. Soap is Tabac. The brush is the Soap-Tabac Boar. We'll get started. You'll notice I'm putting it on quite wet. Now while that takes a set, straighten up where I want to start my shave, and dry my hands. I do hope you're all doing well. I know I don't really say much normally online. My post shave will be Quinn's Witch Hazel Rose Petal. It's just soothing to the skin. You can use pretty much any brand you want, whatever your skin likes, face likes. Seen where people are mentioning in the forums whether or not people like smiling versus, I don't know, I guess you'd call it a straight edge, not much of a smile, traditional vintage. I like them all, to be honest. I don't have a massive demands list for my razor. It has to be sharp, I mean, obviously. And a good comfortable edge. Comfortable edge comes from having an unbroken apex, no chips, no nasties, and a nice stable finish and a good stropping. all kinds of strokes you can use. You can use a pretty bog standard straight on stroke, or you can do point leading kind of like I do. I use the stroke for the part of my face. Scything stroke doesn't work well under the nose, so I don't use it there. This is a Kraus vintage. Somehow it just stuck in my rotation for the last several months. A nice first pass. It's always a refreshing feeling to get that scruff off. Try to give my face a couple hours extra off, maybe a day off, at least once a week, but it's not necessary, but yeah, it always helps. Gives you a nice reset on Sunday. Give it a little clean and shine on my horse hide here. And we'll get started on round 2. As you can see, you should be able to get pretty much everything on your first pass with a good edge. There's no harm in going against the grain to search out any stubble. But I do like to go with and across on my first pass, and then across and against on my next pass. Dry my fingers again. All right, let's get started. There's a lot of new forum members lately. Some are new to honing, some are not. I can only speak for Straight Razor Honing on Facebook. I'd like to see this tradition spread widely, excuse me. It's a great way to get a nice shave. It's very economical once you get your 3 stones basically, and your strop and your razors. This is a very keen edge. There's no hesitation. That's a good edge. Shouldn't have any hesitation. As long as you're holding the proper angle. On this section of my neck, I use a sliding stroke, heel leading. You gotta be careful with that stroke or you'll cut your throat. All right, not fatally, but you'll nick yourself. All right, let me dry off my edge and my razor, tang and everything. That's your big important part of finishing your shave, to maintain your razor properly. Strop it off on flax linen. Dry the very apex, it's important. And then shut it carefully. Normally at this stage, witch hazel, let it dry. Clean out my brush, usually in my hand under running water. I'll show you what that looks like when I'm done. Just like so. It's just a very beat up Semogue Boar brush. I've gotten kind of back to my roots in terms of just not being fancy. When I first started wet shaving, I used Williams mug soap and this Omega Boar brush, ultra cheap back then. I think they were charging like $4, $3-4 for one, shipped, so cheap. That and a few vintages got me started, and that was a long time ago. Y'all have a great Sunday. See you later. Bye.